Hi there, and welcome to my English channel, English with Ali Hassan. Today I will talk about the English writing exam for Grade 12 Advanced in term 1, 2025-2026. And today I'm going to give you more details and more explanation and more advice about how to deal with this exam. So we have two tasks for the English writing exam this term. Task 1, you will be asked to write about 2 points of view. And task 2 is the writing essay. So here we have some overview about the test. So it will be on Tuesday, 25th of November, and it will be on Swift Assess. The themes will be the themes you studied in the book, pushing boundaries and rise to the challenge. There will be two tasks. Task 1, it will be 15 marks, the first task, and the task 2 will be 25 marks. The timing, so the writing exam will be from 12 to 1:30 p.m. The reading will be from 1:30 to 2:30. And this is the rubric about the exam, and I'm going to simplify it and explain it more in this video. So, the first task, or task 1, you will be given a text of 200 words related to the theme, and it is structured in two thoughts. It organizes a discussion of each aspect in separate paragraphs. One question asks what the 2 points of the view presented in the text are. You will be answering this question in 4 to 5 sentences, of course in your own words, which is very important. So here we have a question with a text of 200 words, and the question will ask you to write the 2 points of view in the text. This is a sample of a question here. So it asks you to read the text and what are the 2 points of view presented in the text. Write the 2 points in your own words and write at least 4 to 5 sentences. So to get the 5 marks for the task completion, you have to write at least 4 sentences or 5 sentences. If you want to write more, it's okay, but I don't advise you to do this because it will be much longer and it will not be the main idea. It will be more details about the text, which is not acceptable. So write 4 sentences or 5 sentences. This would be more preferable. How to answer this question? So first of all, you need to understand the question. So what does the question ask you to do? So here the task asks for 2 points of view from the text. So you need to use the information in the text to answer the question. That means you need to explain what's positive or challenging about living in Tokyo and Dubai in the following example, in the following text, but in your own words, not copy it. So don't copy and paste. This might not give you any marks or very few marks. So here you need to paraphrase, not to copy from the text. Look at this text here about 2 ways of living in different cities in Tokyo, Japan, and Dubai in the UAE. So we have a text here giving us 2 points of view about living in 2 different cities. We need to write about these 2 points of view in 4 to 5 sentences. So now we understand the text. The second point is to identify the key points in the text. So my advice is to grab a pencil with you, a pencil, and ask for a paper or a paper and a pencil, and write down. If it is possible for you to do this on your computer, you can highlight, or if it is not possible to do this, you can write it down on a paper. You can write down the key points in this text. If we read this text, the key points will be this. So Okay, living in Tokyo, this will be the first point of view. And here, tradition, it's okay. So you need to read the text more than once because you have time. This time we have plenty of time, not like before. We have only two questions for 1 hour and 30 minutes. So if you answer this question in 30 minutes, it would be fine. And the other one in 60 minutes or 1 hour, okay, I think the time will be much enough. So here, Japan, okay, this Tokyo in Japan offers a fascinating mix of ancient tradition and modern innovation. Okay, so the second piece of information, clean. So the city is clean or the streets are clean. Clean is a key word here. And also it's safe because here the crime rates are low. So this means the city is safe and organized. Okay. And also here, guys, this is very important here. So they value or they appreciate teamwork, discipline, of course, in Tokyo, in Japan. But the challenges or the bad things or the negative things is living in this city is demanding. Demanding means it requires a lot of work and a lot of things. Here also, you need to work for long hours. This is also keyword. And um, okay, you need to show respect to everything in every situation, which might be a challenge for some people. Also, this is it living in Tokyo limits your personal freedom because here we have social rules, we have social strict rules, so it makes your personal freedom much less. Okay, this is for these are the key information for Tokyo. For Dubai, okay, also here, Dubai value ambition, opportunity, and diversity. Um, of course, guys, we have a modern lifestyle, okay, and this is supported by different facilities. Safe, of course, Dubai is safe, and multicultural. So Dubai is a multicultural city, okay, society, and it promotes or it appreciates respect and coexistence. Okay, so many nationalities can live together without any issue or problem. But here, look at this one. This is a negative thing, which is cost of living, which is very high. And okay, this is for Dubai. And here for both Tokyo and Dubai, they share tradition and modern life, tradition with modern life, but also they have different lifestyles and goals or expectations. Okay, so if you look here, these are the key information in the text. So it's very important if, I'm using this information only, I can answer my question because it's a good way to summarize the text and paraphrase them in my own words. So here, if we take some notes, important notes about the text. So Tokyo is traditional, organized, life, safety, respect, teamwork, okay, discipline, teamwork and discipline, but also strict rules, especially social rules, which limit the space or the personal space, and long work hours. For Dubai, it's modern, ambitious, okay, diverse, and offers opportunities for everyone, but fast-paced. Fast-paced means the rhythm of life is so fast and expensive. So these are very important notes. I can use them to write my answer. Now you need to write your own answer in your own words. So you have to paraphrase your answer and write 4 to 5 sentences. I said better to follow the instructions and write 4 or 5 sentences, not less, not more. Okay, to be more focused and also to make sure that you complete the task. So don't repeat sentences, don't copy them, don't repeat them exactly from the text. You can use synonyms or you can paraphrase, and you can know more about paraphrasing in my first video on this channel. Um, for example, instead of saying public transport is reliable, we can say people can depend on public transportation. It's the same meaning, but in a different way of writing, which is called paraphrasing. So you can do the same. So you can change the word into a synonym like reliable here. Here, the adjective can be depend on, and transport can be transportation. Public is the same. Okay, no problem if you copy one or two words, but not all the words or most of the words. Now you need to structure your answer. How can you write your answer? So we have two different cities. We have Tokyo and Dubai. So it's better to write two short paragraphs. Okay, one is 2 or 3 sentences. Each one is 2 or 3 sentences about each sentence. Then you can write a concluding sentence about both cities. Okay, so two short answers, one about each city, and each paragraph should include both positive and challenging or negative aspects in this city. So this paragraph 1, viewpoints about living in Tokyo. Paragraph 2, this is viewpoints about living in Dubai. Here are very important and useful phrases that can be used to in your answer. So if you want to start the answer, you can start with this one of these phrases here. The text is merely about, the text discusses the main idea. So here we have some very useful phrases to start with. If you want to add supporting details, like for example other ideas, so you can add or you can use one of these sentences. If you want to conclude or summarize, so you can summarize with one of these sentences too. Okay, you can start with overall. In conclusion, the main message, to sum up, the writer wants the reader to understand that. So any of these ones will be useful. This is a model answer to this question about Tokyo and Dubai. So this is the first paragraph about Dubai. From the notes I have identified, I have taken from the text, I can say living in Tokyo offers a well-organized and respectful lifestyle. So instead of saying organized, I said well-organized. Instead of saying respect, I mentioned here respectful adjective lifestyle, where people value harmony, teamwork, and discipline. Daily life is safe and efficient, but this is the challenge or the negative thing about living in Tokyo. But the pressure to work long hours and follow strict social rules, okay, it's all from the text, can make it tiring, okay, and limit personal freedom, okay, or you can say affect, okay, negatively affects personal freedom. It's up to you. So no, there is no specific answer for this question. You need to paraphrase on your own style. So more than one student can have more than one answer, and both are correct. The second one about Dubai, in contrast, or you can say on the other hand, or you can say however. So you can use many words or phrases to show contrast between two ideas. Dubai provides a modern and dynamic environment. Dynamic means fast-paced, which is fast one, with many opportunities for success. So it offers many opportunities, as we mentioned in the text. It values cultural diversity. It is multicultural. So it values cultural diversity, differences in cultures, and offers comfort. Okay, it's comfort, luxurious one, and safety. Although although the fast pace and high expenses can be challenging. So this about the negative things or issues about living in Dubai. It has a fast pace, and also living there is very expensive. High expenses, high cost of living can be challenging or can be a problem. It's up to you. So one sentence about both of them. So both cities, I mean Tokyo and Dubai, show how tradition and progress, okay, they mix between tradition and modern life. So tradition and progress means modern life can exist together. They can work together. They can combine. They can be combined in different ways. And that's it. This is the answer to the first task or the first question. Okay. For more practice on this one, on this task, okay, this is, you have one question here about two different points of view also in the text, and you need to write the same number of sentences. And this is the text about living in a city and living in the countryside. So in this one, I'm going to compare and contrast between living in a city and living in the countryside, like the one I did about Tokyo and Dubai. Let's move to task two. Task two about essay writing. So in this one is different from the essay writing questions which we used to write in the last exams. Okay, so here also you need to get some evidence, reasons, and some information from a text. So one question asking you to write a comparative essay. So this will be comparative. So two different points, okay, in response to the text which you were given about Tokyo and Dubai. So also you will have three prompts comparing the points of view, explaining which point of view you agree with. So in here, you need to show your opinion about which one do you prefer, which way of life or which city do you prefer, and supporting their choices with evidence from the text. So you need to use the information, the ideas in the text to support your own answers, your own answer about the two cities or the two ways of living. In here, you have to write about 220 words, and the mark will be 25 marks. Some students ask about the word count, if it is an obligation to follow the word count, the number of the words, 220 words. Actually, okay, from past experience of marking this question, actually, guys, we do not look at the word count much, but we focus on the quality of writing. Yeah, for example, if you write, for example, 200 or even 180 words, okay, and you don't meet the word count, but you write something which is organized, which is something correct, something meaningful, that with a good quality, okay, you still might get a top mark. So some people also sometimes says, Mister, I wrote 400 words, I wrote 500 words, and we find out what they have written is meaningless, and it doesn't deserve a good mark. So don't focus more about the word count. This doesn't mean that you can write 100 words. No, I don't say this. So try to meet the word count, but if you can't, try to focus on the quality of your writing. Here we have a question here. It's about the same text. So read the text again. So it asks you to read the text again and write a comparative essay in which these are the three prompts about the question. You need to compare life in Tokyo and Dubai based on the ideas from the text, and explain which lifestyle you would prefer and why. Okay, so here you need to mention your own opinion about which one of cities, or which way of living in which city you prefer, and also you need to show reasons why, and support your opinion with examples and or details from the text. So here this one will can be okay merged into the second point, so you can support your opinion with examples and details from the text. So for me, it's actually 2 points, not 3. So what you need to write is 4 paragraphs, not 5 paragraphs as before. So you can start with an introduction, then you write about this point, and then write about this point and supporting your ideas, your opinion, and ideas with examples from the text, and then conclusion to the text. So this is the text again. So you need to read this text again if you still not fully understand this one. So you need to understand it completely and then start your writing. How to answer this question? So understand the task. So I said, guys, it's very important to understand what you have, or what you are going to write about. So here in this task, okay, you need to compare life in Tokyo and Dubai based on the text. You need to compare between them, compare and contrast to find the similarities and differences. Compare and contrast between both cities, or both lives in both cities. You need to give your opinion, which is very important because the second point asks you about your opinion. Which city's lifestyle you prefer and why? Of course, why means you need to support your opinion with examples or details from the text. Okay, so here, as I told you, it's ideally for four paragraphs for this task. The introduction one, you mention both cities and what the essay will compare. I mean the thesis statement. Paragraph 1, describe life in Tokyo. Okay, features, pros and cons, or positives and challenges. And also the same for the second paragraph about Dubai. Okay, and then conclusion. Okay, in 1, 2, or at most 3 sentences. Okay, you summarize your points, the points and your point of view in the conclusion. Okay, so these are very important linking words. You need to use them to connect your ideas. Like, for example, if they are sharing the same thing, you can say similarly, both. If they are contrasting in one point, you can say in contrast, on the other hand, whereas, while, however, compared to. Okay, and when you show your opinion, you can use some phrase like this. I believe that, in my opinion, personally, I would prefer. The main reason why I prefer to, I would like to live in, okay, you can say Dubai or Tokyo is, and you mention the reason. Okay, not only this, okay, we have more phrases to express your opinion. You can use any of them. So these are very important. Phrases you can use. Okay, and you can use when you write your essay. So I'm going to leave the PowerPoint and the link to my Telegram group. Okay, under the video, so you can read them carefully and use any of them in your writing. So this is to start your answer. Here, when you introduce the first point about the first city, okay, and here if you introduce the second point about the second city, or you are contrasting for one city, here to explain or give examples if you want to give example. Okay, here when you compare and contrast, you can also use on any of these phrases. And I said compare means to talk about the similarities, and contrasting means to write about the differences. Compare and contrast. Here, for the final paragraph to summarize or conclude, you can use any of these phrases. Very important writing tips. Again, it's very important to use the linking words because they connect your ideas and they make them connected and organized. You need to keep your ideas clean and connected. Don't just list or explain each point briefly. Okay, and write in complete sentences and use your own words, paraphrase. okay, and way of writing. Don't copy and paste. Don't copy and paste. And okay, allocate some time at the end of your writing, might be 3 or 5 minutes, to check your writing, to check grammar, punctuation, spelling, okay, before you submit your answer. These are very important tips for your writing before you submit it. So this is the text again. This is a model answer for a model answer for the text. Okay, as I told you, this is the introduction. Okay, and this is the statement. The text highlights how both cities integrate strong cultural values with modern comforts, despite their different daily experiences and expectations. So I can understand from this sentence, I'm going to read about how they are similar and how they are different. Okay, and this is for Tokyo. Okay, pros and cons, or positives and challenges, and the same for Dubai here. Okay, I've got a lot of information from the text, but I wrote them on my own words. So you can go, you can read this one and see how I um, paraphrased, different sentences in my writing. And this is the last one, or the conclusion to my writing. So here I mentioned which one, which living, which kind of living I prefer to have, and this is very important since the question asks me to do this. So it's very important to mention your own opinion about living in one of the cities. Okay, and also here you summarize some points about Tokyo, and some about Dubai, okay, through mentioning your opinion, or writing about your opinion. So I think it's clear now, and it's um, um, enough, because I made the word count, and I wrote everything. I wrote my own words. I paraphrased it. I I answered all the questions. My spelling is okay. My punctuation, like capital letters, full stop, commas, and things are written perfectly. So this one is a perfect piece of writing, and it can get the full mark, inshallah. So for more practice, if you want to practice more about this, okay, this is another question. So about the same question I gave you in task one, it's about comparing between living in a city and living in the countryside. This is how the task two question looks like. Okay, so you can practice it. Okay, um, and if you want to write your own answer and um, send it to me using my YouTube channel or Telegram channel to give you feedback. It was a pleasure. It is a pleasure for me, and I can support you anytime. Okay, so this is the text for the second one. And that's the end of my video today. I hope you got something, and now the topic is clear for you. And please, guys, if you like this video, please share the video, like it, and subscribe to my channel to keep me going. And your support means a lot to me. My channel is English with Ali Hassan. Thank you very much, and see you in next videos. Goodbye.